After World War II, our family, in 1951, we immigrated to the United States. We came by Italian ship, went through Genoa, Italy, and on that ship were 900 single Italian men. Wow, can you imagine that?
And my mom.
And your mom and her sister. Well, there might have been a few other young gals, but very few, you know. And so it didn't take long for the guys to discover the two ladies. And so they were up on deck, and there were just bunches of them just gathering around and winking at them. They couldn't communicate, you know, couldn't speak, but that didn't matter. But they were flirting with them every day, and you know, that was fun to watch. Although I didn't know the significance of any of that yet. I was only 9 years old.
My mom was 15.
So then when we came here, we settled on a farm near Nashua, Iowa. In the fall of 1951, I went to country school, did that for 2 years. Elsa enrolled in the high school. And I don't know to this day how she got there, if a bus came and picked her up or if somebody drove her every day. But one day she came home and Dad found out that she was learning something about makeup. You know, and my dad was pretty pious, pretty strict. No dancing, no smoking, no this and that. No movies, no lipstick. Well, Dad found out and he says, that's it. I'm not sending you to school to do that. And Elsa was out of school. It's just like that. Now, my dad was a good man, honest, kind, but had his piety that was kind of strict. And we all had to deal with that, okay? So, and Elsa, I think when she turned 18, we had moved to Charles City at that point. So when she turned 18, guess where she went? Right here, Milwaukee. She left home. And yeah, she never, this was her home her whole life then. I do remember though, when she was at home, one of her jobs there for a short while, she worked for a dry cleaning establishment. And she worked with people who didn't like Germans and harassed her. And you know, we were all made to feel like Nazis. It was not pleasant. I had classmates who did the same with me. But eventually it all worked out. During my high school days, I visited Elsa several times, and she always gave her best. Yeah, like Anita said, she was an artist, not only in painting and those things, but creatively setting the table, flowers on the table, the fine china, and I always felt like a king when I was a kid. Yeah. You know, Elsa was an artist. She appreciated fine things. She took me to the Milwaukee Museum to see the fine artwork by the great masters. We went to the Arboretum and other places. She treated me special, and she did that to everybody. Yeah. And so when I entered the ministry, we didn't see each other much because, you know, the weekends and the holidays for a pastor are very busy. We can't get away. And when I was free, they were working. When I felt I could get away, they were working. But we lived far apart. You know, I began in South Dakota. Elsa was here. And it was just difficult to get together. So the only time we saw each other was during maybe family reunions. We didn't have them every year like we did the last.
1990 we started when Oma died.
When Oma died, 1990.
That was the first one. Every year since.
So prior to that, I didn't see Elsa very often. So I wish I could share more, more vivid current memories. I thought I would ask you, if you feel up to it, to come up and share just a brief memory, more current than my childhood memories. So.
Somebody's got a good story about her. You guys work with her, some of you people. Gary.
Elsa always loved a good time. Like last night, we went to the brewery.
Lakefront Brewery, yeah.
Lakefront.
Drinking, and Oktoberfest.
She always liked a glass of wine and good company and good visiting and singing.
Give you guys a story.
But just in closing here, the greatest treasure of Elsa's life were Lieber's, the love of her life. And I understand that it all started with a flat tire in front of his house. She was very talented. She played the recorder, played the piano, played violin, and later on in life she became an author, wrote 2 books. So anyway, I invite you to come here.